I suppose my earliest political memories are of being taken on demonstrations by my parents to Trafalgar Square, holding my mother's hand, marching with my younger brother and sister in the pram beside us. And when you're young, you don't quite understand what's going on, but I suppose I came to realise that it was something important, and these were marches for the movement for colonial freedom. And I once stood on the plinth with my father, and a guy was speaking in another language, Spanish or something, and when the speech was over I applauded wildly, and apparently, and someone came up and said, "Why did you do that?" And I said, well, I liked what he said and the way that he said it. So he'd obviously made an impact, even though I didn't actually understand the words. And my other memory is of the Durham Miners Gala, which my father took me to in about 1964-65, just after the Wilson government had been elected. And we arrived the night before, and the tradition was that the Labour leader would recite some poetry or sing a song when they met the executive of the National Union of Miners. And then the following day, we would all stand on the balcony of the County Hotel in Durham and watch the banners come by. It was an extraordinary procession. Wave after wave, all of the mines, all of the figures of the Labour movement painted on these terrific banners. And I remember standing there with Harold Wilson and George Brown, who was the deputy leader of the party at the time. And then we would go on to the stands, and they would invite speakers. It was a great honour for people to be invited to speak at the Durham Miners Gala, and you had the first division speakers, and then about 50 yards away were the second division speakers, and the crowds would gather. And it's a memory that will always remain with me of the Labour movement and its very, very proud history.